You'll be able to zoom and stuff on your own when you fix it?
Yeah. Cool. So I'm here today with Arthur Mendoza, who's been in the industry for 30 years. I've actually known Arthur for 20 years. And he's got a huge heart. He really gives to his students, and a lot of his students are working actors today that are household names. You can check some of those on the website. And Arthur right now teaches at the Actors Circle Theater Act 2, which is in Santa Monica on Wednesdays between 7 and 10 p.m. So if you want to audit the class, you're more than happy to come out. He also does private coaching. He works on scripts, he works on movies, and people even call him for consulting on different projects that they're working on. So we're so excited to have Arthur Mendoza here today on this beautiful Saturday morning. And we're going to talk about some amazing insights for you out there who, whether you're an actor, a writer, a director, because I think the information that he shares is important for everybody that's in the entertainment industry. So with that, thank you so much, Arthur, for being here with us today.
Thank you.
And the first topic we wanted to talk about was, you know, for many of you, if you approach a script, whether you're a director, a writer, or an actor, one of the questions is how do you go through the process of acting, and how do you approach a script if you get a script as an actor? What are some of those steps? And Arthur actually studied directly with Stella Adler, one of the great icons, and from, I don't know when did she first come to
she came
the United States?
There was a big variety splash that Adler does the unthinkable. She comes to Los Angeles, a place she.
Do you know what year that was?
God, no. I just finished graduate school. So I'd already met her in New York in an introduction letter through Alan Schneider. And they took away my, I was supposed to go to Milwaukee Rep and do Julius Caesar, which meant I was going to hold a spear. And instead, I went to meet Stella Adler and stayed at the Milford Hotel and met her and started doing battle. She loved me and I loved her, but, you know, my first session, I was asking too many questions. And she went up and grabbed me by the hair, very long hair. And she said that I was a Latino man. I was from the Mayans and Aztecs. And she was a Jewish broad from Odessa. And she didn't have any business talking to me that way. And then she said, "How do you feel, darling?" And I said, "Well, I know I'm from Texas and Mayan, but what about Romeo?" And she looked at me straight in the eye and said, "I should start at the top." And we started. I got 2 words. She said, "That's horrible." And I said, "I haven't even started. I just I said, "You don't know what you're doing." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Start it again." I said, what are you saying? In today's, what would you say? You know, what the fuck? What is that there? That's what you're saying. All but softies, what the fuck? What is that? You don't see her. You're playing it like you already see Juliet. You don't see her yet. All you see is there's a light up there. You don't know what the light, you don't even know if this is the right place. You just climbed the tree hoping that this was her place. And the light turns on, you go, "Oh my God." And then she comes out, and then you say Juliet. And then there's light there behind her. So it looks like the sun is coming up, and it's all there. It's all in the words. And I didn't understand that. I kept thinking if you just felt it and mooned a little bit, you could do something. And I was horrible. And from that moment on, we went the entire speech. And by the end of that speech, I felt like I was like literally elevated. My mind was completely challenged. Everybody was clapping. And all of a sudden, there's a great play I love, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? And in the play, Martha says, "Snap." It just went snap. And that's what happened with me. And so those moments happen. If you're clear in your life, you go, "Oh, this is it." If you don't hear the snap, it's there, but you're avoiding it. And if you put your ear to the life, it's right there. And I bought this, I rented this apartment, I knew it. And I kept courting this apartment. I courted the condo, I courted my house. I do this circling where I sense the snap. I told Ryan about the next place. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I know I want it. And so I'm starting that circling to put my mind and my finances and my world in that universe.
So with the process of acting, when an actor gets a script, and what is the process that Stella taught you directly as far as actually understanding?
Well, the mistake an actor makes is you've got to read the whole script. I was working on an audition at Stella's in between our break, and she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm working on these pages." "For what?" I said, "It's a film." "Oh, we'll work on it." I said, "It's just," she said, "Give me this. I don't have the script." "Well, you can't go." I said, "Stella, you can't just do pages. You've got to know the story. Where does this character?" I said, "Stella, it's not a big part." "Well, then don't do it." I said, "Stella, I want to do it." She said, "Well, I don't want you to." I said, "Well, I've got to. I'm going to get more experience." Any director or actor or producer who wouldn't give you the whole script, you don't want them. I said, "Okay." So these are called side, Stella. "Well, let me hear them." "They're horrible." I said, "Well, you don't know the story. Neither do you." And I said, "She's right." And from then, she did dissect it. She made it clear. You don't dissect it. It's like she would say, the writer's on the other side of a wall, trying to get to you. And you making the right sounds will make it connect. The sounds of the ideas of the character. And you have to, as an actor, when you get a part, or you're lucky enough to get the whole script, you read the whole script. The thing that actors do, which kills them, is they memorize the lines. You memorize the lines first, and it's dead. I don't care what it is. Every scene, every side will have something. You just can't see it. It'll have something. Where are you? You know, we do in technique. It's like to chat, to argue, to discuss, to fight. It will, somewhere in there will be an idea and a rhythm. He read his script, and they just got the rhythm, and it was right because the rhythm was there. Shut up. No, see, when you hear those words, who says shut up to you? That's something familiar. Then all of a sudden you've got the beat of that. Anybody that would say shut up, or I don't know, any of that crass word, they're not going to be your boss.
Right.
It's not going to be the Pope. You understand? So if you just look at the rhythm of it, it's all there.
Yeah.
It's all there. Right. And you have to stop looking at the period. Punctuation is for high school. When they sell those little Folger Shakespeare thing, those are a mess. They're for high school kids. Periods are meant so people don't keep reading. Get rid of all the punctuation in Shakespeare. See what the rhythm is. See what the words are, and try to find it. Now, there's the old school and new school. The old school of Shakespeare says the iambic pentameter, but there's the new. I studied both. I actually studied folio, which is the real books of Shakespeare, and not the real ones, but the ones back as far as they know. They don't have the actual Shakespeare. There's different folios, different studies, and you can look at the folio. Like I assign people, kids that quit in my class, because the first thing, one of the beginning things to do is get a sonnet book, and it scares people. It's like, what? I lost a kid. His mother said he doesn't want to do Shakespeare. He just wants to work on audition stuff. And we, okay, sorry.
Yeah, what is the point of the audition?
Well, actors think, the actors see TV. They go to the movies, and they think they can do that.
If they just memorize the line.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, well, it's a disaster. And when the worst disaster is if the kid gets the gig.
Yeah.
Because then you've got a job that you have no idea how you got there, and you are screwed. And then you get a manager saying, "That's good. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. So I can pay for my house in Barn Carl. Just keep doing that.
Let's just get you in a bad
Let's get some more. Let's get some more."
Yeah.
They don't ask the actor. So you go to a film, and there's the guy, with a gurney. There's moving. All of these things, and the actors are standing. They even have a second. They don't even make you stand there. Let somebody else, with your skin tone. They're gonna. It's like, what is this about? Aren't you going to take the character, the actor? Shouldn't he be kind of one movie of all the? So let's work on this scene. Oh God, we're gonna work. So the three of us got there. He said, "Good, a little faster." That's it. And I did it. And he said, "That's it. Good." Okay. My job isn't to do my film. I'm hired to do his film. And as long as he's happy within the within the bending of your respect. And I was so bored, I went and got a donut. I love donuts. So I'm eating a donut and waiting. And because I won't let my second, if I'm going to work, I want to be there.
Yeah.
And I'll sit there because I want to see what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, I did deep covering. They said, sit there on the cup. I said, all right. So you're watching, you bought the whole theater and you had them run this movie that your wife loved. Just you.
Yeah.
So I put my feet up and I put my arm above here and I was just, because I was seducing the art director. Can you do that? What do you mean? He was telling me to do what I was already doing. Good. Can you do that? Can you hold that? Can you slut more? I said, sure.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I gave him an idea. I brought something to the table.
Yeah.
But if you just stand there and say the lines, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make any sense. It petrifies me when I was writing with an Uber driver. Said, yeah, I'd like to come study. I just need to brush up. I want to do some scenes. And I went, oh dear. And I didn't want to say, you're not for me. I wanted to say, come see it. You know, I've got actors that work privately with me, but they get to audit for free and they won't come. They don't want to see what they don't know.
Yeah.
That's what's so, and the hardest thing for me is to lie. I can't lie. I'm not good at lying at all. I can't tell you you're good. You know, this mother of a new student said, I said, he can do that. How do you know? I said, I don't know. I don't know if I know that I just know. I just know if he wants to do that, he can do it. How long it's going to take, I have no idea. If it ever happens.
Yeah. Some
of my favorite actors in class don't work because they're stuck and they don't know how to deal with the industry. The industry is like, Stella said, you'll never act. I said, why do you say that? He said, you won't be able to tolerate what they're going to put you through. I said, what are you talking about? He said, you're too talented. I said, oh, great. So I'm going to walk around too talented if you won't do it. And when I had that audition at Paramount, and I walked in, and it was a rough day, and she said, are you really Mexican? I said, yes. Well, you're awfully tall. And I said, I'm sorry, I don't look like the busboys and the guys who wash your cars.
Yeah.
I'm Mexican. Somewhere the Vikings came to visit us, and we got tall.
Yeah.
I said, I don't mean to offend you. I said, well, it is. I can go get a pot of beans and my sriracha in the trunk. I said, I'm not. I called my agent and said, I don't think I can do this anymore. I can't bend over enough to be what they want me to be.
Right.
I love that line Barbara Streisand had, the nuts. I will not be nuts for you. I will not be Mexican for you. What does that mean? What does that mean? My high school teacher said, Shakespeare's not for you, Arthur. I looked at the book and said, what's it? Oh, Shakespeare's not for Mexican. I went, okay. And I bought it. Then I went to graduate school and played Hamlet. And they sent a little flyer. I said, good thing I didn't listen to you.
Right. Yeah, so with Shakespeare, because I know when I first looked at Shakespeare years back, it didn't make sense. And
no.
I think at the time I was impatient and I was trying to get the part.
Right.
And a lot of people are just, they're just trying to get the part. And so what
they want to grab.
They want to skip over the process.
And when they go to class, they want to go home with something.
Right.
They want to go home with a little morsel.
But over the last couple of days, as I was reading these words with Shakespeare and looking at the definitions and looking at the feelings and what's behind it, and there was more of a life than just initially I just looked at the words and I'm like, oh, I'm going to say these words. But as I looked at the definition, this whole life unfolded behind the words.
And it's monumental.
A key, just even a key.
Yes, I don't
opening up a door.
The reason I do sonnets is because they were invented because of the plague and people couldn't go in public place, so they wrote these sonnets. And with the sonnets, you don't have the whole play. I have a student who's knocking Hamlet out of the park. First kid who's ever done it.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy. I give him another and he knocks it. And he hated it at the beginning. What am I going to do with this? I figure it out. And he went away for a couple of weeks and he came back and he understood it. Now he wants to do Henry V. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
When it reveals itself to you, what they don't understand is it's easier to get a part in Star Wars if you know how to do size.
Right.
If you already know this stuff, you can reach in those big things.
Yeah.
And realize that yelling is not size.
One viewpoint when I looked at the sonnet, because it's only maybe 12 lines,
Right.
is like, oh, these are 12 lines. But as I looked at each line and I defined it and I looked at the energy behind it and the feeling behind it and what it really meant on a broader level, there was a whole life.
When you say, look in thy glass.
Yeah.
Now, glass, we think of a cup. He's saying a mirror. Look in that glass. And he's making there's something, I got to be looking at myself.
Right.
So you've got a sonnet that you're trying to convince them. Look in the mirror. What's wrong with you? Look at there. Now's the time. You have now that you should make another, because you got to remember they didn't live to 40.
Right.
Romeo and Juliet was an age you got married, like 13, 14. They didn't live that long.
They didn't have so many distractions. So
no.
When they looked in the mirror, there's a whole life in the mirror. Like, oh my God, like what's going on?
And it changes. Their life changed. Right. They didn't have cream.
Now they didn't
have vitamin. They didn't have scrubs. They didn't have moisturizers. They didn't have toilets.
Yeah.
So it was a different world.
Yeah.
And it was much more diseased and rough.
It's just so amazing because you think about technology today, and I'm thinking if you were to put a phone back when chicks like people actually look in the mirror. One of the best exercises I ever did was mirror work. To actually look in the mirror and really get who's in the mirror.
Okay, let me give you an example.
Yeah.
That Stella.
I'm just saying people would be distracted by this.
Well, that Stella would have said that it's hard. You should never look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because you're never gonna. I'm sitting here,
right,
and I can see I'm just going, what the hell am I doing? We're never gonna like it. Right. He doesn't like what he looks like. I can't stand my voice, and everybody says you have a great voice. I could hear you but I don't hear what it sounds like. I hear what it sounds like. Like where was I? And I said, am I talking loud? Because I don't know when I'm talking loud.
Right.
I'll be in a public place and I'll look at it with you. And I said, am I talking loud? Because people are looking at it. Am I talking loud? I must be talking loud. And one of my students makes fun of me because he thinks I put on an English accent. And I don't. What I do is I speak mid-Atlantic. And Ryan, his girlfriend's coming with me to coach. And one of the things she has to do to play a character at Disneyland is they call it an accent. It isn't an accent. It's using all the sounds.
Yeah. And
when I do that, the students laugh at me. Why do you sound like? And when I call him, he'll say, "Hello, Arthur," and it's like, well, I don't sound like that.
Right.
But that's what he thinks I sound like, and he's exaggerating. And now, this young lady's got to learn how to speak right.
Yeah.
She's from San Diego. Yeah. They want this character from Disney to be timeless. The thing that Disney has and why those characters last is because they're timeless.
Right.
Jokey, sneezy, all of those characters will live on forever.
Right.
Because we all feel those things.
Right.
Cinderella, we love to be Cinderella. Everybody's waiting for that glass slipper. What's your glass slipper? A Porsche. Yeah. A house. You all are waiting for that magic. You want that magic. You want that, and
as you look at Shakespeare, though,
right?
You look at how a word can have so much life behind
it.
Yep. And then somebody's son or daughter or an adult gets a script and they're memorizing 4 lines on their way to something to try to get the part.
Yep.
And they're looking at it as this is just 4 lines. But I've seen some incredible actors that work all the time that in some films have a couple lines that steal the whole scene because they embody those lines.
Well, you watch,
and then they become.
When you watch film, then you see actors that later become very. I mean, if you watch,
like Steve Buscemi is one that would have a couple lines,
right?
But then, he was.
But Anthony Hopkins in The Lion in Winter playing Richard. Oh my God, that's Anthony Hopkins. And later he becomes amazing, and the other one becomes amazing. Yeah. There are these actors who start, but you can see the work. You can see the work. They stick out, not from showing off, but from being deliberate and from being committed.
Yeah.
It's all about commitment. You've got to be committed to the process. That's why Stella worked for me. because I wasn't molested as a child. No one beat me. I didn't have any pain. I didn't see my best friend run over. I sit there trying to come up with stuff, and I felt emotionally constipated. I said, what am I going to use? You know, I could kill people like that, but it didn't work. And then, no, don't use that. And she taught me about the imagination. And I flew.
What's your thought about, you know, and I see people in life, like they'll read a book. I know, like you have a lot of wisdom, and there's a lot of people out there, they do a part on a show, and they talk about that part forever.
Uh-huh.
And it's almost like they get attached to what they did yesterday.
Right.
And we were talking a little bit about, it doesn't really matter what you did yesterday, but I think from like a commitment standpoint, as an actor, how are you evolving?
You have to commit right now.
Yeah.
And that I'm not going to leave this house and talk about acting. We're isolating it to right now. I believe I live an artistic life. I think that everything I am drawn to has an expression of me. Yeah. I can't just go buy some sunglasses. They got to give me something. It doesn't matter how much they are. They've got to give me something. Everything I wear has got to give me something. It has to do. When I go to the gym, I'm wearing things that will support me.
Yeah.
So when you start, you don't even realize it. When you start, in my house, you know, could look cluttered to people, but it all feeds me something.
Right. And
it makes who I am, and I live in this. You know, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. It does not matter what I did yesterday. It doesn't. It matters what I'm going to do tomorrow. One of my students drives me to class, and I'm frenetic. I'm really am, because I don't know what I'm going to see. And part of me says, what if I don't know what to say? I know in my head that's not going to happen. But I like that little fear because it keeps me on edge. You know, I don't know. I watched, I don't know how many times I watched.
Well, that's the gifts and the magic.
Well, yeah, but you got to keep the magic alive.
Yeah.
You got to keep the magic alive.
Yeah.
I can't sit on, you know, I've taught for how many years, and Stella picked me. It's like, you can't sit on that.
Right. You've
got to got to rev it up. You got to keep moving it around.
Yeah.
Because it'll all sink to the bottom and get stuck.
Yeah.
You got to, you know,
you'll get stuck with it. On the bottom.
When you make cookies and you put all the flour, they say put the wet and then in grade at a rate that it doesn't become a lump. So how you take on the world, if you're taking it on too fast, you know, it's what's exciting for me is to watch an actor, as I did on Wednesday, who stuck. And I could show him in 3 minutes how to unstick himself. Now, he's not going to be able to do that for maybe a month, but at least he knows how it feels.
Right.
You can't memorize what we did. You've got to redo it. You've got to reinvent it. You've got to revisit it. But you can't ground it. You can't get it stuck. I want to do it like this, because that kills it.
Yeah, that kills the life.
All you got to do is, well, wait a minute. How did I get here? What was the avenues I took? You know, when I'm taken to class by Ryan, what way are we going to go? Now, his little thing tells us the fastest route, because we want to get there fast.
Right.
If we were going to go on a tour to see, it would go slower. People just concentrate too much on what they have.
What's your thought? I know we had a discussion, and just like we were talking about looking in the mirror, there's the other side of that too. There's the fact that you see gifts in a lot of people that come to your class. Everybody has inner gifts.
Yes.
And sometimes they can't see them themselves. And sometimes we don't even take, like if you told me to do something, I might not be able to take the medicine that you give me, but you talk to somebody else that I can relate to.
That just have, you know, I watching the kids are nodding their heads because they know what the actor was going through. Right. I've had actors who work, and I begged them not to work because I was afraid that job was going to seal them off. And it did. And it'll drive you crazy because you know you did something, but you don't know how to go there. What you don't understand is it wasn't yours.
Yeah.
It was lightning. That's why Tennessee wins. Skip the light, fantastic. That opening monologue of Glass Menagerie, it does not make sense. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to pass through you. Everything doesn't have to make sense. Being an actor doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
being an acting teacher does not make sense.
I think sometimes when we observe somebody on stage that's not us, we learn even more. And a lot of people don't realize the power of actually being, it's like a mastermind. I mean, there's books out there like Think and Grow Rich where there's other people, but within acting, there's this energy that maybe there's 20 people in class and you're learning something every time somebody goes up because it's not you.
The thing that irritates me is when actors don't show up to class because they don't have anything to work on. That's ignorant. Yeah. What they're saying is all those people that are in my class have nothing to teach me. And you can't make up a class. I can't take that moment in time the way things were. That boy who was dying to go to work, he had to leave early. I couldn't give him that time. I couldn't give him the scene that he worked on after that. Everything was crunched, and everything he was able to do the best he could. Now, had he got at the end of the night, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. It's all about time and lightning and that snap. And in that snap, you get it or you don't. But you can't wait for the snap. Stella taught us and taught me how to invent the snap so it's real every time. So you revisit it instead of doing it just the same. You revisit it. When you work on your sonnet, I'm going to say, okay, now do it this way, because you can turn it. Stella said there's a plate in front of you and you can eat it, but you can turn the plate to see it from different places. And you don't cut the hole in the middle of the steak. No, you approach it. You approach it. Your breeding says eat the piece first, and then then whatever you want to do, but you don't eat the whole steak and then eat what's left of the potatoes last. There's an approach. Now, every character, like if you were a child, you would mix the peas with the mashed potatoes, and if you were an adult doing that, we go, what the hell is he doing? You understand?
Yeah.
When you eat with your mouth open, we go, where were you from? Oh, I love that movie, Greystoke, with Tarzan.
Yeah.
He was amazing. The guy who played Tarzan, and he went back to her, and he was amazing. They wanted him to fit in, and he couldn't.
Yeah.
And he ran around like an ape. He was amazing. Was that the name of the movie?
I think it was Greystoke.
Greystoke?
Yeah.
It's about Tarzan. That man who played the Tarzan, he was amazing. Just amazing. And how she related to him. It's like, oh my God, there is an animal instinct she was attracted to that was, get off these corsets, get out these, I'm done with the silver. I'm done with eating stuff the right way.
Right.
And the father went, yes, it is fun. And he took the tray and went down the stairs in a tray.
It's so funny, because the other night they were doing a scene from
Streetcar?
Yeah, Streetcar Named Desire.
You know what came on when I came home? I was trying to go to bed.
Because it's similar.
And there's Streetcar where they said, I can't. I got to turn it off. Of course, but I have it. I can watch it. But if it's there, magic. I was at the professor, one of hundreds of times, and I'm sitting there in his den, and he said he just turned and the music came on of Streetcar, and he turned and looked at me. Do you want to know you want to see who knows more lines? I said, I'm out. You win. I don't know. He knows so much.
Like even within that scene, like as you were talking about how to eat and how to do this, and you were talking about how that animal instinct, creates that chemistry.
But yeah,
it's like somebody's in where they are, but they know they can get somewhere else. It's almost like acting. It's like you're safe, but if you jump out on a limb, that you could.
And it's exciting,
right?
It's going to break, but you've never been broken before,
right?
You've never. Stella is completely confused. She doesn't. This is wrong. Everything she's been brought up to do, but when she says, "I don't have to follow Blanche. I don't have to be the second girl," Stanley makes her feel like she's number one, and damn, that's good in most people's book.
Yeah.
It's rough, and he breaks things, and you gotta take it. If you love someone that deeply, and he is that primeval, and so much of his ego is there. One of the things I studied with about one teacher told me this, that the only reason Stanley wants a child is because he wants somebody in the house to compete with. And he wants a boy. That boy's gonna, and he's gonna beat him for a long time, but one day that boy's gonna, and he's waiting for that day. He's competitive. He's always brawling. He's always like, come on, you know. It's like, well, he's always fighting.
Right.
What's he fighting? He causes brawls where there's no conflict. What the hell goes on?
Yeah.
When you talked about the sonnet, the thing that Shakespeare gives you, some writers give it. I think Tennessee Williams does. That's why I love him so much. There's a poetry to him, but there's also a poetry to Eugene O'Neill. There's also poetry to Arthur Miller. You just have to learn them. You know, it's so funny because when I was thinking of this the other day, I was at odds with the people who ran the Stella Adler Conservative when I left. They thought I deserved it. And so I left, and her nurse loved me, and she knew the relationship Stella. I had this relationship with Stella that was private. Nobody else, I was always like running in. I never went to the parties because I wasn't the handsome, beautiful assistant who would mind himself and not speak out. I would always speak out. So I went, the last time the woman comes, they're all gone, come see Stella. And I said, okay. I'll come. So I said, where is she? She's by the pool. So I said, hello, Stella. Oh, darling, hello, how are you? I said, I'm fine. She said, are you teaching tonight? And I said, yeah. Where are you? Have you talked to the French embassy yet? Don't forget the Italian garden comes after the French embassy. And I said, okay. And I hugged her and kissed her. She said, don't be late for class. It was the middle of the afternoon. And she didn't know. No, the last time I did. That's what I said.
Yeah.
But she taught me the meaning of words. She taught me the investment and the weight of words. But she also taught me how to use the circumstance of the time and place. Professor Kenneth Calder, this wonderful expert who I filmed a documentary of that I'm trying to get edited. He really taught me. I didn't know. I mean, I went back to for like the 900th visit. I said, Arthur, do you remember that I taught you about upper class and lower class within the lower class? I said, what? In the Delta, when you're lower class, there's a class system there. I said, and you tell me this now? And so much, you know, every time I go see him, I learn something. I've been with this man over 20 years, and I'm always excited to see him. And I can't say that about many people.
Yeah.
I sit there, and I don't, he drinks more than me, but we have a drink. I have one, and I'll fill his up. And he teaches me something. I want to be around people who inspire me. And I don't consider myself I don't consider levels. The guy that cleans the floor, I get something from him.
Yeah.
I don't think of myself as better. I may sound like I think I'm better, but I don't feel that.
Yeah.
I find the magic and the nuance in everyone. The little boy next door, he said, I haven't seen you. I said, well, I've been away. Where'd you go? See, he wanted to know all that. No one ever says that.
Yeah.
They say, I said, where have you? No, they don't ask where I've been. They just shut up. But I matter to him. Where were you? And I said, well, I was away for a bit. When I talk to you about the guys that clean,
yeah,
and the lady who I miss and gonna clean my house, I don't think of them. And this is probably why I believe I come from a working class, a very hard working class.
Yeah.
Family background. My mom would tell me before every time I went to school, she said, don't be something you're not. And I went, well, what? I didn't know what that meant. But she was trying to tell me, because I think we were better off than the people in our neighborhood, I guess.
Right.
It looked like, I remember I got this great gift for Christmas. It was the thing an animal that ate the thing, the plastic thing, and I was showing off in front of the kids, and they were just in awe. And my dad gave it to the kid. It's my Christmas. You don't know how to use it. I said I gave it away because I was using it ugly.
Yeah.
I was showing off what I had, and I lost it. I never forgot that it was a green thing, and it ate plastic things, and you ran it. It was an eat or something. I cried, and my mother, what happened? I was using it badly. What do you mean? And he told her that's what you get. I hated when they were in cahoots. I could separate them. And I could, if I went to my dad or my grandmother, I got a car. They bought me a car because I was going to work in San Bernardino.
Yeah. And
so my dad goes to the security bank. This is your little book. Pay $25 a month, you see? And you're going to pay this up. So then you'll get the thinker. So I'm going to grandma, I got a car. Oh, I said, look, I got a little payment book. A what? My payment book. Let's go. She paid off the car. Dad, look, I got a pay slip. What? How did you get that? The grandma paid off the car. Oh. Eenie, I was trying to show him. No. He's not going to have debt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's spoiled. And I think that attention and that I was very spoiled, I think it kind of paid off.
Yeah.
Because I learned how to play actors and characters, everything from a while. And I really try not to judge people. I can't judge people. I think the better I become, and I have had people really, really in the last year really test my patience, and they tested my ability to be humble. They did some horrible things that are out of line for a student to do, and I just had to suck it up. And it didn't hurt my feelings. I was disappointed yet again because this actress, I thought she really got it, and she didn't.
How do you feel humility and being humble can impact your career when it comes to understanding the work and really understanding the characters?
Well, you have to go into the part with a need to be a part of something. With the humility, I'm going to contribute here. You don't want to stick out. You want to just disappear. The thing that I watch in actors who become very successful, there's these little things that they do, and I go, why are you doing that? Is every character got something on his hands? Or the guys do this? What's wrong with your nose? Pick it and get rid of it.
Right.
They think that's masculine. It looks stupid.
Right.
What the hell are you doing? Don't stop it. What are you doing? There's some Kleenex. Pick it, get rid of it. Let's go. I don't like behavior that I recognize. That's okay. If you're going to do that, then let me give you the old ticket. Let me go in for free if I want to see the same shit.
Right.
I don't know where Lincoln lives in John David. I don't know where that lives.
Yeah.
I believed him. I don't know where that last of the Mohican character lives. Where the hell did he come from?
Right.
And I don't say, there's Janet. I don't see him. He did this other beautiful part that he was nominated for about a man in fabric who was a designer. A brilliant movie. And I didn't see Daniel in there either.
Right.
I don't know who Meryl Streep. I met her. And she was in a little Donna Karen, and I looked at her and I thought, is it you, Meryl Streep? She goes, yeah. And I hugged her. Oh, don't hug me. I got a cold. I said, are you kidding? I want to catch your cold so when I go back to California. Meryl gave me this cold. I hugged her and kissed her. I didn't get the damn cold.
Right.
I wanted to, because I wanted to say, Meryl gave me this cold. I adore her. I kissed her feet. I said, you are amazing. I don't know who Kramer versus Kramer, Sophie's Choice, Madison County. Those women don't know each other. Forget The Devil Wears Prada. That woman doesn't know any of those people.
Yeah.
That's it. Goodbye. Emily, it was like, oh God, somebody go. I love her work. I don't know how she does it, and I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want her to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I don't see, and I'm watching her because I adore her. If I adore you, you're in trouble because I'm going to watch you.
Yeah, so the humility and the ability to, perhaps it's, maybe it's pride and ego that gets in the way. As I was reading the sonnet,
yeah,
I was talking about unfolding.
And we're no different.
Right.
We're no different. We're no different. And
Have you ever seen that take away someone's talent on stage? Pride and ego? Share some examples. Most likely, right?
He who is without sin, may he cast the first stone. All of you are.
Yeah.
Every student goes up there. You want to hit it out of the ballpark. You want to go home with something. I had this boy working on a part. He had a coat and he was sweating. It wasn't the coat. It was what he was feeling.
Yeah.
He was nervous and scared to death. He had one of his partner had a corset with her breath up and out. And he said, I think she has nice thighs. Oh my God. Nice thighs? She's got a corset. And her breasts are about to come out. And you're looking at her hair and thighs? We're afraid. What I want to give my actors is fearless creativity within the boundaries of respect. I don't like that stuff where people break shit. I said, what did you do? Well, you didn't do that in rehearsal. You got to do everything in rehearsal or it's not yours.
Yeah.
Like I get up there and I won't demonstrate. I won't demonstrate for men, but I will demonstrate for women because men will try to duplicate what I do and women can.
Yeah.
I mean, what I do with Brian Subal, those girls would never do it, but they understand. One of my students was doing a working class Italian woman.
Yeah.
And I got up there, I put the apron on, and I did, and I said, that's what I didn't get. You didn't. My grandmother was a working class woman. If you watch Bridges of Madison County, Meryl Streep holds the bowl between her legs. That's how women did. The bowl was always there. They were chucking peas. They were doing, but the bowl. If you put your bowl between your legs, they won't do that in Oscar Wilde.
Yeah.
But when you cross your ankle and keep there's the working class. How you put your how you. I love watching this new Princess Markle. The clothes she wears, the stations she has been introduced to, she's getting it. She was an actress. She should. She was an actress. She should. And she's getting it. And the clothes transform her. They're wonderful clothes.
Yeah.
And the hats and the bags. And she's transformed into this duchess.
Yeah.
She loves him. And she says, I will give up my career. I will give up my life. And I will come into yours. And but I don't think she's acting. I think she's absorbing what she's supposed to do. And she wants to do what he in the society needs her to be.
Yeah.
She's not fighting it, but they still hold hands. And there's something contemporary about the two of them. But she's lovely. The costume. I have a student in class now that I don't know where she gets all this stuff from. I know she's not rich, but she gets all this stuff from, where did you get that? Goodwill. Where did you get that? Yard sale. And she transforms it.
Yeah.
And the shoes and the skirt and the bustier, she borrowed it from a friend. She does magic.
Right.
And her work is magic.
Yeah.
And she's got the shoes and she did a job that worked. She comes back and she does this hooker in Laurent. It's like, I gotta go. I gotta do this. When you run from working professionally, run to class, everything's in the right shape.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I worked. I gotta rest. What are you gonna rest from? You gotta do it. You gotta keep going. You don't know what that class. I don't know what she was going to. I don't know what she was going to get that night. And the night she got it, was the only time it would be given.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I can't make up a class. I can't make up. You're there in that moment, in that time. And going up without being prepared is a waste of time to me. I don't even care if you rehearse it a little bit. Thinking it over in the car is not rehearsal.
Yeah. What do you think the number one thing is that stops an actor from really working and tapping into their inner gifts?
Ego. And ego is like the devil. One time it's fire, one time it's your ego. Yeah, but stop that. I was going to say, nothing in your brain, in your limited experience, is anything I have to learn from. You're here to learn from me. My opinion didn't matter. See, I don't shut people down because we're in a different time, and I have to go. I've got 2 students, and I love them. They're talking half the time in my class, and I have to just suck it up and say, just let it go, let it go. You know, when it gets bad, I'll say, hey, excuse me. But they're so excited to be there. Their disrespect doesn't come to me. It comes from them being excited. So I have to not only teach, it's like daycare. I have to monitor every single. There's people who don't ever talk. There's people who sit there and suck it up. That's how they learn. 2 of the people that keep talking do some of the best work in class. So I kind of like, you know, I can't slaughter their feelings in exchange for the process. Now, if they sucked, then I'd be on them every minute, but they don't.
Yeah.
And so you have to like give and take. Stella would have never put up with that. She would have slaughtered them. And then when they take off their shoes, I gotta go. But you know, you give and take. I get good work out of people, and I know it's good.
Yeah.
And so if I bend the rules a little bit, if I turn the other cheek, so be it. I don't wear shorts to class. I don't wear tank top. You know, I dress in a moderate contemporary fashion with respect.
Yeah.
And I always dress for class. I've always got an idea to look a certain way to gain respect. But I think that there's, and I don't know if my way is the right way. It's the way I'm committed to.
Right. Do you feel that anyone can act if they follow your process? Or
Now, this is my theory. This is my theory, and I could be wrong. I think anyone can act if you really desire to. If you come into class and you do everything I say, the best you can do it, you're going to get some results. Now, can you weather the business? That's another thing. Can you survive the business? Stella said I couldn't. Stella said I would be impatient and they wouldn't understand me. One of the things she constantly repeated, she said, darling, you came too early to the party. I said, what are you talking about? That you're too young. I said, for what? For everything. A director who works with me, knocked at my door. And I said, hello. He said, yeah, here's your father. I said, well, he lives in Colton. Arthur Mendoza said, well, that'd be me. Okay, well, let's get started. All of a sudden, he dismissed me. Because I had jeans and a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And once I tore apart the script, he shut up.
Yeah. What do you think a good way is for an actor to handle the industry? Or
I asked Stella once when she would have all these great parties with these wonderful actors. And she had Marvin Branco. I saw his name on the card. And I don't know who he had. I said, he was St. Marie or one somebody. I said, Stella, can I sit next to Brando? Yes, darling. So just move the card. So I sat and I thought, well, I got my card next to him. But he came in late and I'm sitting there going, don't be stupid. I said, hello, Mr. Brando. He said, Carly Marlon. I said, hello, Marlon. Shook my hand. I said, so you work for Stella? He knew that. Yeah. But he were eating. What's the secret to acting? Is they stick around? What? Say what's up. Stick around. He was telling me that this woman was going to give me not everything I thought I needed, because she told me I was going to teach years ago, and I kept fighting her. Just, my idea was losers teach. People who can't do it teach. I was from the education. There was one amazing, two amazing teachers I had all through my college career. There was other good ones, but two amazing. One of them was Eric Barr, who never gave up on me in undergrad. And of course, Alan Schneider in grad school. And he was very patient with me. They were very patient because I was very bad. I was so angry and so troubled and didn't know where I fit. So and I was always walking out. I'd walk out. And then I'd always leave my books and stuff. And I'd come back and get the books in my bag. I would never walk out cleanly. You can stay out. I don't have to wait. I left my bag in there. And so, are you coming back? Yeah, I'm coming back. I wanted some big dramatic thing so people would notice me. And I wasted a lot of time. I guess it wasn't wasted because I learned from it now. But when I see people try to take me on, I just, instead of wrecking them and turning them apart, I try to talk to them. And it doesn't work sometimes. I've lost a terribly, terribly wonderful actress she's come back and forth, and I adore her. But her demons are greater than she is now. And I come to say I can't do anything for her. So she can't come back for a while.
Yeah.
She can't keep coming back and forth and back and forth. And she always leaves a big disruption with big promises. She's not going to do it if she does. And I let her go until I have to snap it.
Yeah.
Then I snap it. Stop it. When she is taking over and disrupting the class for her desperate need to be seen, you can't use class to be fulfilled in your personal garbage.
Yeah.
I demand that you leave it, put it aside. Give me the 2 hours. Give me the hours. Give me the time just to give it a shot. Do it my way, and if you can do it my way, then you can go out and do it your way. And if you can do it my way, then you got two ways. You got the way you think you can do it, then you got my way too. But if you're coming to my class, give me a shot to tell you and give you what I know. Give me a shot, just a shot. I have helped actors overcome incredible, horrific deficiencies. And the moment they conquer it, they leave.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he allowed me to do it. Then I got to keep doing it. Oh my God, I know how to do this. I'm responsible.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what do I do? You got a Ferrari. Okay, get it in drive. You want the pallet? There they are. Get out of the Volkswagen. But if you built it, you've got to drive it, and you've got to know how to maneuver it. And sometimes the instrument you created is bigger than you can handle.
Yeah.
That is not my problem. But I do believe if you work hard, I came from Colton, California, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
And San Bernardino Civic Light Opera. Somehow I maneuvered my way all through that. If I did it, I believe anyone could do it. Yeah. I mean, you think of people who came and worked, amazing actors, struggled and twisted. Everybody looks at Paul Newman and Robert Redford, these great actors. They don't see the struggle. They don't see Robert Redford on stage and what he did. Nobody cares. Ordinary People, that's good. He directed that. An amazing movie with the TV actress in it.
Yeah. And
tore it up. We're done. That's all. That's done. Ordinary People. Yeah, that was good. We're like, the thing that has destroyed us is McDonald's. I'm going to eat dinner, eat fries, and I can drive at the same time, and the Coke. Yeah. We just devour it. And we want it. I can have it. And they say on the commercial, you can have it your way. Whoa. There's something new. That should be tattooed on people's chest. I want it my way.
And then just play the Frank Sinatra song.
There you go.
We're spreading the news.
That's New York, New York.
We're spreading the news because you can get it your way.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's all marketing. So, I mean, I see a lot of actors just when they get close and they touch on something that vulnerability within them.
Really?
And then they disconnect and they disappear.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
I do.
It's very important for you to understand that.
I do.
Physician, heal thyself.
Yes.
You can talk about all this stuff.
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Right.
Can you do and then do it again and
because
do it
it
again?
gets scary. You have to face. It's almost like something you have to face, but then once you get through it and you get to the other side, there's a bigger gift and a bigger.
Well, the hardest thing,
but you stop yourself.
The root of all of it is commitment.
Yeah.
If you can't commit to yourself, and you've got to remember, you're a human being. You are going to be changing. All you can say is, God, let me be prepared for all my changes.
Yeah, there is no perfect path.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done. You're not done. You're done when you die.
Yeah.
Someone asked me, well, when are you going to retire? I said, what?
Yeah.
How could I retire?
Well, why
I don't consider this work.
do people retire?
Because they want to get away and rest. I can't even take the 2 weeks vacation. I'm bouncing around.
Right?
I had an accident on my vacation.
Yeah.
It's because I said, I'm going to go do yoga. And then I fell. And I went,
well, then here you got back up.
Yeah.
So that's it.
the great thing is, because I had my Saints hat on, it bled all over. And the guy, you know that, you're like the Saints. Said, yeah. One of the guys would stitch this up and go back to the second half.
Yeah.
That's how simple it is.
Sure.
I said, okay, well then let's get through this.
Yeah.
And we have all these tests. We're going to do it let's do it in one day. Can you do this? I said, yeah, let's do it. Got them all. And then I said, well, what am I waiting for? Well, we can't do the MRI. Well, what time? Isn't it 24 hours? They said it was 24 hours. Can I have an appointment? You want to go at 11:30 at night? Yeah, let's go at 11:30 at night. I was on the, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. Are we finished? And everything I said, there's nothing wrong with my heart. There's nothing wrong with my brain. I didn't have an episode. I didn't have a mini stroke. And none of that happened. I lost my balance. Goals called me. I said, I lost my balance.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. I lost my balance. Those big Oompa Loompas with all their muscles, I couldn't maneuver it. And I went for the rail and they bumped me and I went down.
Yeah.
And I had my coffee and my God forbid, I made 2 trips. Up 13 steps. And I want to keep it all. I'm going to do cardio. Why don't I? Because I don't want to.
Right.
And then I have my coffee. I wanted it all up at once. And I lost it all. And all my whole vacation was whining and complaining to myself.
Yeah. You know, when I think of, because when you talk about working with Stella and talking to Marlon Brando and working with Benicio Del Toro and working with all these people, you know, because I played a lot of sports.
Benicio.
Good. Benicio. So I remember when I was in 5th grade and my father that adopted us and raised me, we were in sports and I was running around the track and my mom said, oh my gosh, he's going to die. He's gonna fall over or pass out or get hurt. And he just said, just let him go. Just let him go.
That was my father. When I was going to New York, why? I never heard my mother exhale. She'd always go, she was afraid.
Yeah. And
I have some of it, but I'm clumsy. That's why I know I'm a good dancer. Because I fall and I drop. I go to dinner and we have to move all the liquids because I'll drop them. And I don't mean to, it just happens. And I'm clumsy and I know I'm clumsy. And I know what happened at goals was my fault. I think I was assisted by people not getting out of my way. So I wasn't grabbing for them.
Yeah.
I was grabbing for the rail.
Yeah.
And it looked like I was grabbing them, but I wasn't. And then he wouldn't move and I went down.
Yeah. I think what that reminded me though of like, there's like this championship mentality where you just keep going. And you said, people are human and there's going to be changes, but somehow everybody's attached to perfection. They're attached to, they walk into the audition, they get a part because they memorize the lines and they
worse than that.
Yeah.
Is they heard one of these actors who go, I just went in and I fucked it all up. So that was your journey.
The whole life?
That was your journey. That was your journey.
Right.
So they saw this guy at some store.
Yeah.
That's their journey.
Right.
I have a boy right now.
But they give so much power.
Yeah,
to
but I have a boy right now.
Yeah.
Who from Kentucky.
Yeah.
And he sent his pictures to Ford. They said, "Well, we'll see you." And then he got Ellie Miles. They'll see him.
Yeah.
And they this other agency, they wouldn't see him. We don't do that.
Yeah.
And so I said, "Come on, let's go." I said, "Where?" We're going. They don't want to see me. He said, "Okay, well, let's sit in the lobby." So we sat in the lobby. He filled the card out. He had to fill up this thing. He said, "Oh, you can fill this out." And in my head, I said, "If they ask him, thank you, we'll look." And they didn't. And they circled. And I said, "You see what's going on?" He goes, "No." I said, "Okay, it'll be interesting." He said, "Are you done?" He goes, "Yeah." "Well, you both want to come in?" And I went, "It'll be more interesting." So we sat there and they talked to him, and he was very, very innocent. And I said, "Look, this is what I said. I got to pull the rug out from under this, and I'm his acting teacher. You see that? That's what he is. This isn't an act. He's that open."
Yeah.
Just give me your phone. Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, Versace. I showed him the picture. "Don't you think?" "Yeah." He said, I want him to be here. I want him to. You're one of the two biggest agencies in the world. He's that guy. Can he take his picture? Sure. We went out in the vestibule and he started. I said, Stop looking like a model. Remember when you guys put all your trucks in a circle back and you started laughing? There, that. Why are you doing this? I said, so you don't look like you put a cork cup up your head. And he was like, and then they got it. They got all these shots.
Right.
"Why did you do that?" I said, "Because I had to stop you from being so damn stiff."
Yeah.
And they signed the son of a bitch.
Yeah. And then you said something even about them wanting to pay for a
Oh no, they said, can you say extra? And he said, "Well, I've only got, you're in a hotel. I got one stay there. We'll put you in our." They moved him to his.
Wait, so let me get this straight. The agency paid to put him in a hotel while he's in town.
In their hotel.
Yeah.
They have those hotels.
Yes.
They have guys coming from Istanbul. They stay here 2 days, then they go somewhere else, and they charge them like $40 a night. That we'll take it when you. They'll take it off of his first earnings. They know that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Imagine that.
But there's nothing I can do. There's other actors who I adore.
Yeah.
Who can't get agents.
Yeah.
I don't have any control of none. If I could walk in every lobby and do this for each and every one of them, I do it.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, what are you?" I said, "I'm just the acting teacher. You won't see me here ever again. I want to place him here. I want him to be in a trustful place."
Right.
You or Ford. Ford said they'd call him. We don't want that.
Yeah.
They didn't want to see him. We made them see him. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We sat in the lobby and said, "Let's see."
Well, that's being committed.
But well, he is.
I mean, you were committed for him.
Well, no, but he's getting the commitment through me.
Right. Exactly.
And I am connecting Kentucky to this. He's got all the right stuff.
Right.
The hardest thing to do is to try to give everything I've got to people who can receive it. It makes me sad when people make me the bad guy.
Yeah.
And they hate me for something I didn't do. I'm either the God that just came down from the heaven, or I'm an asshole. There's no middle of the part. And you'll have all those feelings. You go, what the? Why did he touch that other girl? You'll have those feelings.
Yeah.
You know, I was reading an article about the Moby Dick and how they always talk about this big. They don't even know if there was really whale.
Right.
They don't know. There's all these whales beaching themselves. They don't know there was an earthquake and they sense it.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing you can do than believe in yourself and find a voice. I'd like it to be me because I like to help people.
Yeah.
I love what I do. And my student who's kind enough to take me to class, he'll tell you I get weirded out. I get like, and then the closer we get, are we going to make it in time? It's like I feel like we make it, but I'm like afraid. How much time do we have to eat? I want to be. I don't want to. I want them to come there and watch me come in. I make a big entrance. One of my students went to see another class, and the teacher had this grand thing, and they eat and they watch all of her film cuts, and they have to dress up. And he said, "I'm so glad to have you, Arthur." I said, "Well, I'm thinking next week we watch Deep Cover over and over and over, and I'm going to come dressed up." One of my friends is a very good director. He directed his pajamas. And I told the students, when I direct my first film, which I'm going to, I want to wear a man's kimono. And damn it, if one of my students would give me one for Christmas. But I got it. Right. I got my kimono.
That's cool.
And I'm ready to direct New Orleans Candy. I'm ready. But I love actors. And I have this, I don't give up. I watched Dr. Poole, the doctor of animals, and he said, I like people who don't give up. He's 82 and he doesn't give up.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever told him, you can't do this, get out of here. I'll tell them you're not working hard enough. And even they're a pain in the butt. I have one that he didn't come back, and I'm like, what did I do? Because I know he's talented. And he gave me a beautiful gift I said, where is he? What did he do? What did I do? And I think back. When I come home, I'm going through all the scenes. I go, yeah, that one's covered. That one's covered. Yeah, that one's covered. And I go through it. And that makes me sometimes not be able to fall asleep. I have trouble falling asleep. But I'm awake now.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed this time.
So what are, maybe give one or two movies that you've seen recently, or just movies that you feel are a good reference for acting?
A Streetcar Named Desire.
Yeah.
Oh, God. There's The Lion in Winter, Philadelphia Story, All the President's Men, Midnight Cowboy. Those are great performances.
Yeah.
And these are actors who I may not support how they studied, but you can't look at Dustin Hoffman in that movie and say, oh, I see him. And Rain Man. He's brilliant in Rain Man.
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
Cool.
Watch Streetcar Named Desire.
Actually saw that in a theater in black and white.
It's brilliant. It was on TV last night on KCP. You can't watch this. You own it. Just go to bed. Because I got to watch it now. Go to bed. Because I have an early morning with you guys at 7:30. And I woke up.
Cool. Well, thank you. Thanks for sharing your time with us and your wisdom.
It's a pleasure.
Your love for the craft. And,
yes.
We'll have people tune in on the next one.
Great.
If you guys want to audit, make sure that you can go check out the Actor Circle Theater at the Santa Monica Playhouse, and it's Act 2. It's on Wednesday night between 7 and 10. You can also go to actorcircletheater.com and or go on Facebook here, put in your comments. I mean, we'd love to hear questions.
Yes.
If you guys have any questions of anything in the craft, put a message down here. If this was eye-opening in any way, please post a comment and share
and it's 1211 4th Avenue in Santa Monica.
1211 4th Avenue in Santa
Through the
Monica.
courtyard, I'm the only acting space on the second floor.
And then after that, you can go take a swim in the ocean.
There you go.
Right there, right?
Yeah,
So,
I'm not going to join you, but you can do that.
yeah, so put in your comments below. We
Please.
really appreciate your time, and we appreciate you watching. Share it with other people that you know that you feel need to be awakened when it comes to the craft and really connecting to their inner self and bringing their gifts to the world out there and making magic happen.
Thank you.
So have a great one, and we'll see you guys again. And thanks so much.
Sure.
Yeah.